Hi Aries, welcome to Indiglo Gypsy. I'm Jenna. I'm happy to do this tarot reading for Aries placements or anyone involved with an Aries. The messages may or may not resonate. I deeply appreciate your presence and energy here. So Aries, I'm just going to tap the bowl a few times and you're welcome to take a few deep breaths. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to get us started with the Eternal Crystals Oracle. Oh, you have a channeled song today. My apologies if you hear my family in the background. It's Janae Aiko, You Never Call Me, I think is the title of the song, or You Should Have Called Me, or something like that. Something along those lines. But that's your song. So somebody could be thinking, Aries, you never call me, or you could be thinking that about someone else. Really shy today. Well, maybe this is not what you need, so I'll switch to the Work Your Light. See if anything comes out there. We don't force things. We just let everything flow. What's meant for us will appear. In divine timing. Leap. You got this last week, I believe. You go first. The universe will catch up. Okay. That's so your energy. It's perfect. So that's a 72. So that number could mean something to you. You could know someone who's 72, been born in the year 72. You could be in April 9th. You could be in April 7th or 2nd. And you could be in life path number 9. Okay, so leap 72. Some of you guys have 72 missed calls from someone. Okay, life bends for the courageous. Of course, that's you. The universe wants to support you, but first you need to leap. To throw your life up in the air. Perhaps you know what you are being called to leap toward or away from, but are scared to make the move. Or maybe perhaps you are waiting for a big fat sign or instruction manual or permission to do so first. You never wait for permission, Aries. If this is you, then this card is your sign and permission slip to take a deep breath and leap into the unknown. It's scary to let go of all that we know and hope for something new. And it's normal to feel anxious at the thought of letting go what we know for sure. But this is the unavoidable process of rising. And right now, this is how you are being called to live. Nature is constantly showing us how to live with courage. Fall comes every year and encourages the trees to loosen their grip, to allow what once was so full of life to fall away leaf by leaf. For a moment, it feels like nothing will grow again. The branches are left bare without the comfort of what once was. But in the morn of spring, new shoots begin to appear and something new is born that is even more glorious than before. You go first, take a good run, and leap. So it has that full energy tied to it, which is your card in the tarot. So a new leap of faith, new energy, taking risk, taking flight for some of you, for many of you. So as I was shuffling the tarot, Aries, these two cards appeared. You got the World and you had the Ace of Swords reversed. So you could be in April 21st or even in May 21st. Or you could be in April 3rd or a life path number 3 as well. But something's coming to an end, which means something's coming to a new beginning. You've completed some sort of a cycle, but you may be confused or unsure of what to do next for some of you. And others of you, you found someone to be dishonest with you, like you caught somebody lying. And so that cycle with them is over. Like it's a one and done. Or maybe, you gave them a few chances, etc. But some of you here found somebody lying. And that's the end of the road with you and them. And then others of you, this is a new beginning and you're just not really clear on things or sure about certain things and you just have more questions. You know you're starting again new. It would be like similar to somebody being released from incarceration, right? They've been in there for a very long time. And I'm not saying this is you, but you could have been in a mental incarceration. But anyway, it would be like someone getting released after having been locked up for a very long time. And while there is freedom and new beginnings, there still might be some unsurety about how much the world has changed, how much life has gone on, how much things have moved on. So you just might not be sure about your next steps when getting out. That's just one example there, Aries, okay? So thank you, Spirit, for overseeing this act of divination for Aries and their absolute highest good. There's a creator called the Leo King, and he goes by that because he's a Leo. But he's an astrologer and he's really good. And you may find value in his content. When I saw that strength card, I heard the Leo King and I saw an image of him. And so Spirit wanted me to mention him to you guys. Okay. So there is this underlying sense of freedom from mental incarceration, as we were discussing at the beginning of the reading with this Eight of Swords reversed. This is coming out of feeling trapped or stuck or obsessed about a situation. This is freedom from that. So the present energy here is the King of Cups. You could be dealing with the water sign, or there could be planets and water signs in your own chart here, Aries, but you might have been brought down, been feeling maybe some form of depression or isolation or loneliness or moodiness, or that is the energy you were experiencing from someone else. Like someone else is emotionally like needy or draining or fluctuating in moods, etc. Someone could have been emotionally manipulative and manipulated in this scenario here, Aries. And which brings me to the why it's all happening is the Four of Cups. You got fucking bored, bro. Like you got bored. Like, no, you're tired of being brought down. Like you like to be free. You like to get in. I'm seeing an image of a Mustang. I know a lot of Aries placements like fast cars. So you like to get in your car and drive like as free as possible. Very similar to Sagittarius energy. You like to be your own boss and kind of make your own rules as you go here. So when someone comes around with that negativity and that moodiness and, and they might be a liar of some sort, you will not make time for that, Aries. That's just not normally how you operate. So you were being bored. You were bored with what they were giving you. And what they were giving you was like a lot of depression, a lot of downing energy, a lot of boo-hoos. Okay. You're like, where's my car? I'm leaving. Like, So in your headspace, yes, Aries is the 4. You have another 4 here. So stability. There was some instability in this situation and you're looking to have stability brought back into your life. Okay. So they also might have created some confusion in your mind and you're ready for that to end because you don't like to be confused. That's one thing. You like to have things clearly, legibly on the table, like no fine print, no hidden messages, just give it to me straight. I'm a big girl, I'm a big boy, I can handle it. That's how you generally operate. So they could have been creating some sort of confusion or unclarity there, which is making you want to kind of end the cycle. But with this 4 of Swords reversed, it's an energy of you like either needing to rest or being restless about this energy, about this scenario. Like there could be a few people connected to you in terms of like romantic involvement. Like you could have a few different like suitors or prospects or, people that you're maybe dating or seeing or something like that. And Maybe you're bored with all of them. Maybe there's 4 of them and you don't like any of them, Aries. Like maybe they all bring you down, like, and they're causing more smoke in your head than clarity. So it's like, I don't want any of these people for some of you, okay? For others of you, you're just a little restless, like in your mind. Your mind is restless and you want clarity, okay? You want the truth for many of you. Are you being manipulative? Like, should we end it here, etc.? Or no, I'm just going to end it here. But yeah, it's a restless energy in your head. And it has a lot to do with, you being bored or understimulated with somebody that has some emotional complications, okay? Or they brought you emotional complications and you're not having it here, okay? Some of you may still be dealing with this person, which is why the Ace of Swords was also reversed. It's like you're almost at a conclusion of starting new, whether with this person or without, but you need a new beginning. But perhaps you haven't made a certain cut yet, okay? So in the past, there could be a Pisces influencing the situation. You could have planets in Pisces in your own chart, but maybe you felt held up or stuck, or like you couldn't really do, you really couldn't do you in the situation. Like you felt like you were just hanging there. Maybe they left you hanging, Aries, or maybe they're accusing you of leaving them hanging, okay, which is why you had 72 missed calls, okay? But this is also in the recent past, Aries, you started seeing something from a different perspective, or maybe they did, but maybe like you're already too bored to come back from. But definitely you saw something recently from a whole nother perspective that's making you want a whole brand new start, like a new beginning, whether you have information about it or not. You want a new start, okay? You want to close out certain cycles and begin new ones. So here at the foundation, you have the Strength reverse. So there could be a Leo influencing the situation, or you could have aspects to Leo in your own chart. But this is the energy of you having inner strength after a long period of tiredness, lethargy, weakness, just not really, maybe like feeling held back, like you couldn't really be yourself. You couldn't fully express yourself without maybe somebody getting their feelings hurt or being all sensitive about it, right? So you're now at this place, Aries, of just being free, of not holding back anything, of being your full, raw, authentic self. And if someone doesn't like it, then they're just going to have to sit in that dislike because it has nothing to do with you anymore. I'm already starting to feel like your frustration because you don't like being held back and tied up here. So, like these are like realizations that you're having. And maybe the person, you consider them weaker than you, or weak as a person. Maybe they have a dependency issue. Maybe they are codependent on people, or maybe they're codependent on substances. But that to you is a sign of weakness. That neediness and that moodiness is a sign of weakness. You don't fuck with that, Aries. So you're not really looking at that like a person you could really be mingling with, okay? You almost feel like there's a weird taste in your mouth. You almost feel annoyed or disgusted because it's like, damn, can you grow up? It's what it really feels like here. So in the future, Aries, you have the 5 of Swords. Okay, so this is coming in as a few different things. One is this is you winning at all cost, and you just don't care anymore. Like, it's not that you're a heartless person by any means. It's just that you are not going to live a life where you're held back and tied up and restless and confused or even bored. You're not doing that. If there's something bothering you in your life, you're actively going to seek to fix that or correct that, so you feel strong, so you feel whole, so you feel free. For others of you, there's someone coming towards you to continue to manipulate you. You already caught them in a lie. Okay, they've already caused confusion. They may have keep promising you a new beginning, but they still keep giving you the same thing that you don't want, which is neediness, moodiness, crybaby type energy, and being a bit of a manipulator there, okay? You're seeing them as weak, but they want to come in and try to maybe prove you wrong and try to win you at all costs here, okay? So just, be mindful of what is their angle of being the person that they claim they want to be. Are they just trying to prove something, or is this really who they're trying to become, okay? So the energy that you're in, my beautiful Rams, is the Fool, your own energy. You're standing in your own power, and I don't think you're going to go back anywhere that made you feel like you were not in your power. That's a deal breaker for you most of the time, okay? So, but this has to do with new beginnings. Again, taking a leap of faith. We talked about the Fool at the beginning of the reading. It aligns with this leap card. So you are taking a leap of faith, throwing caution to the wind, taking risk, having new adventures, having new beginnings, starting fresh, starting anew with all this optimism and vigor and like a zest for life, like childlike enthusiasm about your life here, okay? Aries, no surprise. I'm so sorry, Aries. I feel like you sigh every time this person calls you or texts you. You just sigh like, oh man, this person again. They're coming around with the same boo-hoos, the Knight of Cups. So they could have a lot of water in their chart, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But they're coming around with the same boo-hoos, like, Aries, I need you. Don't take off without me, please. I'm sorry, I lied. I want a new beginning with you, Aries. See, I can be strong. I can be a bad boy. I can be a bitch. I can be this or that. Like, I can be whatever you need me to be. And it's like, I don't need you to be shit. I need you to leave me alone. Aries, y'all are so funny. Oh my God. But yeah, like this Knight of Cups energy is not doing it for you. It's just, it's not doing it for you. And how do you go from a king to a knight? But hey, whatever. So I feel like they try to come off like they're willing to improve and fight, but yet they're coming off needier than they were before. Because maybe they sense that you're wanting some new activity in your life. You want a new experience where you're not feeling restricted and held back, okay? So in your hopes, my loves, you have the Magician. I love this for you. So this is Mercury energy, including Virgo and Gemini. So those two signs could be influencing the situation. You could have aspects to those signs in your chart, or this is just the energy of you like not wanting to revisit things that you've already overcome, you've already beaten, you've already surmounted, right? Like Mercury calls upon us to revisit things or to go over things to make sure that they're correct, to make sure that they look right, to make sure that there aren't any mistakes that will cost us later on. So, and that energy is in Virgo. So maybe you're you're manifesting these new adventures in your life where you feel free, where you feel enlightened, okay, where you feel strong and empowered. That's what's being manifested here, what you're trying to manifest through these new beginnings and through setting some boundaries here with these people that are very needy and demanding of your time and energy. And not really contributing to the whole of the relationship. They're just it's causing a little bit more of a drainage here, Aries, okay? But with the Magician here, I feel like you're really focusing your attention on the things that you do want to experience in this lifetime. You're realizing that your life has value and meaning, and it isn't meant for you to sit around and be bored and be accepting offers that you don't really want, even if there are 4 or 5 of them and you don't want any of them. You deep down, Aries, there's something better for you, and you're willing to do what it takes to experience what that better is for you, okay? So what you get for all this is the King of Swords. I love this. This is the mental clarity that you wanted all along. This is all the answers that you wanted all along for this new adventures. They come to you. You get clarity of mind, you get peace, you get structure, you get clear communication, you get your intentions set very clearly in a very strong and powerful use of the mind. So you are going to be experiencing these new adventures, minus anyone who has manipulative tendencies or is a little bit too whiny or needy. It doesn't make you uncaring. It doesn't make you unkind. It makes you responsible for your life, Aries, okay? Nobody can do it but you, right? So with this King of Swords, some of you may also encounter a brand new person, okay? After you've, after this cycle has ended, you could have a King of Swords type of energy come into your space, your consciousness, to talk to you, to set, to converse with you, to share with you. You may meet them on one of your trips that you go on or one of your new adventures. This person is attractive to you. They're mature to you. They communicate very clearly, openly, and honestly, the way that you like. They balance you out in certain ways, but it's in a very healthy way where you're more fiery and action oriented, and you move first and then kind of think about it later. They're the opposite of that. They may think first and then devise a plan, etc. So you guys could be such a force together. This person is very intelligent. They like to read. They like to learn. They have a lot of knowledge. And they love your passion. They love your drive. They love your childlike energy. They find you very funny. You both have this level of intelligence, and the way that you bring it to the table is very contrasting, but very complementary at the same time. But for those of you that aren't really if you're, especially if you're not interested in love, it's going to come. It's coming to you anyway. And it's coming in a very nice package, if I may say so. They may have strong aspects to Aries. Well, I said Aries, I didn't mean that, but they may have an Aries moon, which makes you guys really good together. But they could have, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, planets in those signs in their chart. And you guys really balance each other out tremendously. And then for others of you, this is the energy that you're embodying, is this King of Swords energy, is just having a clear mind, a clear plan, knowing exactly what you want and communicating that, setting clear boundaries, cutting people off that are bringing you down, or you have caught being manipulative or caught lying, etc. This is just you using the faculties of your higher mind to manifest what it is you want to experience in this lifetime. So Aries, congratulations. That was a really good reading, way to take charge there, like you always do. So I'll get an oracle card for you. And if this resonated at all, I hope you'll leave me a comment. Thank you to all that have subscribed. I really appreciate it. If you're thinking about it, please join our family. And reach out if you want a personal. Aries. Aries. Spirit's like, shit, that was a good reading. They don't need anything else. Okay, the one of my favorite cards too. Tranquility. Tranquility, absolutely. Trust all will turn out well. Everything will fall into place. Peace of mind and tranquility are soon restored. Peace of mind. Good description for this. Okay, my sweet Rams. I wish you so much love, so much light, infinite abundance. Thank you so much for your presence and energy. My gratitude extends infinitely, you guys. And until next time, Aries, take care.